Welcome to Audit Archive, where we run you through some of the most questionable and rather atrocious police encounters. Today, we're looking at a case where police officers aggressively detained a 17-year-old minor driving home from high school just because they thought his vehicle was used in connection to a string of robberies. This was not true, and it turned out to be a ridiculous case of mistaken identity. On August 15, 2022, New Mexico State police officer Manuel Rodriguez was out on patrol duty when he spotted a white pickup truck, which allegedly matched the description of a vehicle with a BOLO issued for it. BOLO is short for Be on the Lookout Alert, which is normally issued for a subject or a vehicle in connection with a crime. Essentially, it denotes a subject or a vehicle wanted by law enforcement. In this case, the Espanola Police Department, otherwise referred to as the City Police, had mistakenly identified this white pickup truck as the one used in a string of armed robberies around the area. As a result, Officer Rodriguez immediately pursued the white pickup truck and pulled the driver over.
Lincoln 756, suspect in that robbery, 76 and 106. Hey, let me see you get out! Put your hands up! Open the door! Put your hands up! Walk back! No, hey, no! Open, let me see your hands! Walk out! Walk out! Walk back! Let me lift up your shirt! Turn around. Lift up your shirt and turn around. Walk back. Turn around, walk back. Walk, walk. Keep on walking back. Keep on walking back. Keep on walking back.
Keep on walking back.
Keep on walking back. Get on your knees. Get on your knees. Hands on your head.
I got you.
Stay right there. Keep your hand on your head. Up. Walk back this way.
The male subject that has been ordered out of his vehicle at gunpoint and currently placed in handcuffs is a 17-year-old high school student named Adam Pacheco. He is a former all-district signal caller with a 3.8 GPA, making him an honor roll student. At the time, Mr. Pacheco was simply driving home from school and had done nothing wrong whatsoever. But as we've seen, Mr. Pacheco was suddenly subjected to a felony stop and subsequently forced to kneel on the road with his hands on his head while Officer Rodriguez had a gun pointed at him. In general, felony stops are also known as high-risk stops because of the possibility of violence. Almost all such stops involve multiple officers and squad cars, and some also involve aerial surveillance. So even though the officers might have been within their legal capacity to conduct a felony stop in this case, the real issue lies in the careless misidentification of Mr. Pacheco's vehicle. Now, watch as the officers patted down and searched Mr. Pacheco while questioning him about his pickup truck.
Over here. You got any weapons on you? Yeah, he's gonna poke me, stick me? No?
What's your name, bro? Adam what? Who dropped you off? Who dropped off the truck? That's your truck? Yeah. I just got out of school. You were in school the whole time? Yeah. I live here. This is my house.
That's the same truck?
Same truck, bro.
Yeah.
Good? That's cool. How much is this?
How old are you? 17. 17?
know harboring a felon is a felony, right? Harboring a felon is a felony.
Who's this truck registered to?
This is my truck. This is my dad's.
Your dad's?
His name's Adam Pacheco.
Okay, who's Lisa?
Lisa? That's my stepmom.
Where's she at?
She's at home.
Where?
What's it called? That's the movie theater.
La Mesilla?
Yeah, La Mesilla.
No, that's where the mom is.
Which is Lisa, right?
Yeah, we have to call, because this is a truck that was used to.
Come on, go here, man. You're not under arrest right now.
Yeah, he's just detained, man.
He's detained, okay? There's gonna be some guys. So your truck is just a truck we've been looking for. It's been involved in some stuff. Yeah. In some robberies. So that's what I'm saying. Just hang out for now. Okay.
This has been at your house the whole time?
I've never.
Oh, okay.
At the labs there?
Yeah.
Okay. Like I said, man, you're under arrest, brother. Just have a seat.
At this point, there were at least 5 patrol vehicles on the scene, and numerous officers trying to figure out whether they pulled over the right subject and vehicle. After questioning Mr. Pacheco, the officers understood that he was a minor who had been in school all day. Mr. Pacheco also informed the officers that he barely took this truck out of the house, implying that there was no way it was involved in any crime. Soon enough, it appeared as if the officers were slowly coming to the realization that they had made a big mistake. In fact, Officer Rodriguez was heard admitting that he was not sure whether he had the right vehicle or not, highlighting that Mr. Pacheco was just 17 years old and that the truck was only registered to a female, which was his mother.
You want to call your mom? What do you want to do? You want to call your mom? Where's your phone at?
It dropped, I think.
I think you left it in your...
No, it dropped.
Oh, it dropped over here?
I think it dropped now.
Okay, I'll go get it. Hey, I'll go get it. And then we'll call your mom, okay?
No, that's your wallet now. I don't know if this is it.
This is it?
No, but I don't know if it's like the actual truck they saw him jump in.
No, my mom's...
Huh? I know, that's what I'm saying.
There's no way. That truck's yours with Lisa, right?
Yeah, to both of them.
No, it's just under her.
It's just her? He's 17. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
This is an appropriate time to discuss how this encounter could have been much worse. Essentially, it's now understood that the officers had conducted a felony stop on the wrong vehicle and had placed the wrong subject in handcuffs. So, considering that Mr. Pacheco is a minor, it comes without question that he was put under immense stress by all the officers on the scene. And during the initial encounter between Officer Rodriguez and Mr. Pacheco, a single mistake would have been enough for Officer Rodriguez to actually use his gun and fatally injure an innocent minor. Luckily, Mr. Pacheco remained calm throughout this high-stress situation and complied with the officers, which arguably saved his life. Soon enough, Officer Rodriguez uncuffed Mr. Pacheco while he tried to call his mother using his mobile phone. One of the officers explained the ordeal to his mother over the phone, and as expected, she was very unhappy with what was going on and highlighted that he was a minor. The officer stated that Mr. Pacheco was not under arrest, but only detained for the time being while the officers made sure he wasn't a suspect in the robberies.
Here, bro. Just come back in. You got nothing on, no weapons? No? I'm gonna take off the handcuffs, sir.
Hi. I don't know. So there's cops here at the house, and I tried to pull into the house and I got pulled over. And then, I don't know. Can you
Hello, man. Go ahead and have a seat, bro.
Alright, this is all from that. Hey, so your son's not in any trouble right now. He's just being detained for right now. So the truck that he's driving matches the description of an armed robbery that took place in the city today. Okay. Well, like I said, it just matched the description, so we're just. So he's under arrest, but the police department wants to talk to him.
Okay, he's a minor. You will not have to without consent.
That's fine. Like I said, we're just holding him for Espanola Police Department to get here.
Where is here?
It's outside the house.
Just outside the house.
We're at the intersection of 106 and 76.
Okay,
So did it happen
you are not
today?
to talk to him until I get there.
Okay, that's fine.
What's up?
That happened today?
Yeah.
Where was that at?
So in the city, but your truck was like given.
thing?
Yeah. It was.
Didn't walk there.
So
Yeah, I understand that, man. But the information we got and everything, that's what we got, you know.
But he's also not.
We didn't mean to scare you that bad, but.
So it's the same truck?
Oh yeah, same. Well, that's a plate that we were given.
Really?
Yeah.
Even though Officer Rodriguez stated that he didn't mean to scare Mr. Pacheco, it doesn't change the fact that the officers at the New Mexico State Police Department and the Espanola Police Department failed to exercise due diligence by ensuring that the white pickup truck they were issuing a bolo for was actually the vehicle that was involved in the robberies. This mistake could have cost Mr. Pacheco his life. Anyway, Mr. Pacheco's mother wished to speak with Officer Rodriguez since he was the one who initially pulled her son over, and their conversation went to show once again how rightfully furious she really was about the ordeal.
Is that your mom?
Yeah, it's my mom.
Oh, okay.
Huh? I'm at the house. Here's a cop who wants to talk to you. Hello? Can you...
Ma'am.
Go ahead here.
Hello?
Put it on speaker.
Hello?
I don't think it's on speaker.
Oh. Hello?
I'm talking.
Oh, sorry, ma'am. I couldn't hear you. So I guess there was a confusion, but this was a truck that we were giving out to look out for.
I am livid. You know what?
No, I understand that.
And you guys have him handcuffed. He just got out of school. You're talking about a 4.2 GPA kid.
I understand, ma'am, but that's the information that we're given, you know. So that's why we pulled him over.
You your information before.
Yes, ma'am. But that's the information that we were given.
I need your name, and I need your badge number.
Okay, Officer Rodriguez.
And what is your badge number?
135 now.
135?
Yes, ma'am.
You will be hearing from my attorney. This
Okay.
is ridiculous.
That's fine, ma'am.
You literally detained him and put him in handcuffs. He's a minor.
No, I understand, but at the time we don't know that, so that's what we were rolling for.
What are you doing with him now?
So he's gonna get released. He's gonna go home.
This is ridiculous. You
Yes,
will
ma'am.
be hearing from my attorney.
Okay, that's fine.
What is your man? Is this Espanola PD or who the hell are you?
So Espanola PD is the one that received the call, and they're the ones that put out the bolo for the vehicle. This is state police.
This is ridiculous. And nothing in your right mind said he's a minor?
No, ma'am. Well, we don't know because the vehicle is not registered to him. It's registered to you, right?
It's registered to his dad who has the same.
Right. Well, your name is Lisa Pacheco?
No, her name's Danielle.
Yeah. Detective Anaya will call you and he will answer more. Espanola Police Department. He'll answer more questions that you have.
Ridiculous. You know it's illegal to detain a minor without
So-
a parent present. You realize that, right?
No, ma'am. So we have probable cause to pull over the vehicle. So that was a probable cause, you know.
I want to
So-
see that probable cause, and my attorney will need to see that.
Okay, that's fine.
As seen in the footage, Officer Rodriguez admitted that there was some confusion and stated that Mr. Pacheco would be free to leave at that point. However, Mr. Pacheco's mother still wanted answers as to why her son was pulled over, despite him being a minor, and whether there was probable cause to do so. It's worth noting that juvenile arrest and detention can be done by the police without a witness or guardian present. Officers only need probable cause to believe that a crime was committed, and the minor can be arrested and detained. So, taking this into account, even though there may have been a valid probable cause, it instantly becomes invalid when we consider that the reason behind it was inaccurate in and of itself, ultimately making this encounter an unlawful detention.
It's fine, ma'am. So
You have him call me. You didn't even ask for my cell phone number, so how the hell do you expect him to call
So
me?
you can call Detective Anaya, Espanola PD. So just call Espanola PD Police Department and have Detective Anaya give you a call.
No, you're the one that did this. You did this. He didn't do that.
So he's the one that put out that bolo, ma'am. He's the one that said said for us to look for that vehicle, so he will answer more questions. We just
I want to know why you did this.
because,
you didn't get
like I said,
how old he was?
So ma'am, whenever, excuse me?
Give me your supervisor's name.
Okay, so it's Lieutenant Casales?
Ridiculous. I will call him because apparently you're an idiot.
Okay, go ahead, ma'am. That's fine. There you go. What's up? You're good to go, bro. Yeah. No worries.
She's just freaked out. I was freaked out.
No, that's fine, man. Is that her?
No, that's my Nina. That's my
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. So you're good to go? Yeah, you're good to go, man.
So I can take the truck?
Yeah, you can take the truck.
Sorry, babe. You okay? What's going on?
No, so we were given information that this vehicle was possibly used in an armed robbery earlier in the day. So that's why we pulled it over.
Is this what was going on by McCurdy?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why we pulled it over. But once we realized it wasn't, I mean, it's not him, so he's good to go. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's okay? Okay.
All right. Yeah. So that's the whole reason.
Okay.
So, yes, ma'am. All right. You're welcome.
Mr. Pacheco was released to a relative who arrived on the scene shortly after the officers spoke to his mother. As of the date of this recording, a lawsuit has been filed against the city of Espanola for putting Mr. Pacheco's pickup truck on the BOLO. The lawsuit attributes the misidentification of Mr. Pacheco's truck to an alleged error by Espanola police officer James Mayers, who had done a quick investigation in the hours after a robbery and spotted Mr. Pacheco's truck on surveillance footage near the crime scene. It stated that, despite the obvious differences in the two vehicles, Officer Mayers determined that Adam Pacheco's truck was the one used in the armed robberies. The suit alleges negligence by Espanola police and claims Mr. Pacheco was illegally searched and wrongfully imprisoned, among other civil law violations. The teen's injuries allegedly include fear, worry, and restriction of movement. The amount of money sought by Mr. Pacheco from the city was not specified. Interestingly, 2 days after stopping Mr. Pacheco, police arrested and charged 31-year-old Ricky Martinez in connection to 9 robberies in northern New Mexico and the deadly shooting of a Blake's Lotaburger employee the day after Mr. Pacheco was stopped. City officials have continued declining to respond to any allegations. Espanola Mayor John Ramon Vigil said that the city of Espanola does not comment on pending litigation. Meanwhile, Mr. Pacheco said in his online college football recruiting profile that he is looking for an opportunity to continue playing at the collegiate level, and that he strives to maintain his 3.8 GPA. Be sure to check out our previous video, where we cover another outrageous police encounter